Hi guys, this is Just with your all signs, what you need to know. Before we get started, if any of you are interested in looking at the rest of January and all of February, do check out the link in the description box below. There you can visit the website and book a personal reading. There is a promotion going on right now, so you can check the website out at this time. Let's get straight into the reading, and we're going to start with Aries. Well, Aries, it definitely seems like you're walking away from things. It may not be the easiest thing for you to do, and that is to walk away, but it seems like you're walking away from a situation here. You're kind of feeling good. You may secretly have thoughts as to whether you're doing the right thing or not, but you're doing it nonetheless. You don't see that this is going to be a blessing in disguise. It may take a little while. For some of you, it may take this whole year for you to see you walking away from a situation, the benefits that it has, but it may not feel like that right now. For some of you, it's kind of like a bittersweet situation going on here. You're headed towards, some of you are headed towards a slowdown. So if life has been revving up and a lot has been going on, do expect a slowdown to come your way, because that's about to happen. Life may start to feel like it may feel like things are taking too long to happen for you. Sorry guys, just adjusting this thing. But you will see a slowdown happening in your life coming up. Some of you, your plans could change. You were going to go in one direction, that changes. You were going to travel, some travel delays, that sort of thing. So movements can slow down or take a halt altogether. People are going to be very direct and clear to you. Do expect some final decisions to come your way. Some of you may get a date to take a test. So there will be some communications or decisions that are made that may be in your control or out of your control. And some of you Aries, I have to say that you're ready. You're ready to kind of end one cycle and start anew. Even though I get that deep down, you may be questioning how it all will go, but you're doing it nonetheless. And the good thing about it is, pay attention to things that's around you, because you will be surprised at what you stumble across, what you learn, the information that's out there. So this is a good time for you guys to look into research, investigate, question, probe, that sort of thing. Even take a class or course, because it's going to make you so much more powerful, desirable, valuable, and you're going to learn a lot. So right now is a great time for learning and doing the things that I just mentioned. Now, you don't seem to be that happy at the workplace. You just can't seem to want to be bothered. There may have been some drama at the workplace too. And now you could feel like you're kind of like on a desert island all by yourself. People are not kind of helping you, coming to your aid, standing up for you, protecting you. Some of you may feel that way in the workplace. And I do feel like even though the people at the workplace is looking at you like they just want to move on from whatever it was. And for some of you, you could have recently left your job by force or by choice, and your job is just saying, okay, we're going to move on. And you're here picking up the pieces. If you're still at your job, they're going to spring something on you out of nowhere. So do expect that. This could be a project, a different work situation. Something about your work dynamic is going to change in some kind of way. You know that it's just the beginning. Some of you are going to feel like this place is too much to deal with, and you may be leaving, especially if they've been getting rid of people and now you have to take on several positions. Some of you Aries could be leaving, and I also see layoffs coming up. I hate to have to be the bearer of bad news. I would love to come on here and always tell everybody great news, but this is what I'm saying, and I have to be, give you guys the real deal. So I do see some endings with a job, but again, like I'm telling you Aries, if any of you are experiencing this and it's coming up, do know it's going to be for your betterment. Because like I said, for you to look into and research, maybe take a class or a course, get some more education. If you have all of that, then start putting yourself out there, because you're going to be surprised at who you meet, who you network with, that sort of thing. Like, it's great opportunities out there for you, better than the ones that you have. Okay. That's what I have for Aries. Now let's look at Taurus. Okay, so Taurus, some of you are going to be really blessed with a great career. Your health is really going to improve. So that's great. Of course, I love to hear that. So your health is going to improve for some of you. Great career aspects or prospects. If you have a business, you may find that things are really going well. And you may feel like you can't believe your life. For some of you Tauruses, if not now, then in the future, you may be feeling like you can't really believe your life. Like life is really starting to turn around for the better. Being alone too much. Some of you Tauruses may have a problem with being alone, not getting enough alone time, not being able to really get clarity and think things through. It could be the way that things have disconnect between you and someone, the way that they've handled you may be a bit of a problem. That could be thoughts in your mind is what it looks like to me. Definitely seeing that there's going to be a balance that you're taking. So some of you Tauruses will be taking a step back. You will be taking it one step at a time, which is a great thing to do. And you will start to feel like life is starting to come back into balance, back into focus. I like to see these cards because it's been a while since I've seen Taurus cards feeling like it's Taurus energy. So that looks really good. And you guys are going to feel more balanced, more in alignment with your overall spiritual self. So that's really good. I see a lot of either spending time alone or being alone, just a lot of alone time, which again, as I said, could be a good thing, could not be so much of a good thing, could be a bit challenging at this time, but you are getting to a better place overall. You're being more optimistic. So if there was any issues, you're starting to overcome those issues. There has definitely been some past things that has come up that you've had to deal with, whether it be children, family, old things of the past coming up again. You're having to deal with that. And I do see that like I was telling Aries, you guys are going to be headed towards clarity, kind of making some edits, some changes, whether it be by force or by choice. It is being done upon you. But this gives you clarity. It gives you understanding. Now, I have to tell you, Taurus, some of you definitely are coming across stable and unstable. Like there may be some patterns that you found yourself in. Hopefully no one's going to jail, but this can speak to patterns in your behavior that maybe you're undoing. But for some of you, you may not be seeing it and others can see it within you. So there's that. Others of you, there may be some stresses, some anxieties, and some worries. So you could find yourself disconnecting from people. They may not even know why, but you just need a beat. You need some time. And some of you will be circling back around in someone's life. If you've disconnected from people, you'll be kind of circling back around, but it's going to take some time. And for some of you, it's a good reason why you're doing that, because this is a toxic environment, or people that you've been around is toxic. You may have people in your life that you cannot disconnect from. It's not the easiest thing to do. You may also be able to see people's toxic ways. Their ways may start to show a lot. Power plays, inciting fear, just being toxic overall, maybe leading with sex and leading with, poor, low vibrational energy. So be careful with the people around you. And that may be the reason why you're spending so much time alone, so much time to yourself is what it looks like to me. But that's a benefit for you. That's going to be a blessing. And if someone may feel offended that you're taking too much time to yourself, or you're taking your time, you're not running back, or you're not chasing back, you're doing what's best for you. They may not know that, but this is a good thing that you're doing for yourself. At work, in the workplace, I definitely see you Tauruses focusing on work, doing what you need to do, head down, nose clean, like Tauruses are known to do. You may feel like, am I being all that I can be? You may feel at times at work your hands are tied. You could do more, but you may not be able to. There may be some politics, some issues where you may feel to some extent your creative ability, or just your ability to control, create, and maintain things at the workplace could be a bit of a challenge there. You may feel like there's someone at the workplace that is a problematic person, but you're doing what you need to do at work nonetheless. Now, your job is getting ready to make some changes, so do get ready. And for you, it's going to be a blessing. I do see like some of you are going to get promotions. Some of you are going to be put in a better position because of some changes, right? And there could be lawsuits and you get paid. It could be anything, right? But we need to do this. This has to happen. And as a result, you find yourself in a sweet spot with your job. So they could be moving. and or offering a move to you. I'm just giving out things based upon the cards that I see. It could possibly be, but do expect there to be some changes, and your job is moving in a different direction. And in the direction that they're moving, it bodes better for you. So do expect some victories at the workplace as far as your company is concerned, because they plan to include you in on that. So that looks really good for you Tauruses out there. That's what I have for Taurus. Now let's look at Gemini. Well, Gems, if any of you have had a thought or you were a little bit apprehensive, overthinking something's going to happen at work, am I at risk? No, you're not. You're not at risk of anything. You're going to be fine at work. You're protected at work, so you don't have to worry about that. Usually, you guys do really great at the workplace anyway, but, Gemini, sometimes you guys may feel, because you can sense the energy around, it's like something is off. Something's getting ready to happen. It has nothing to do with you. So don't worry about it, because you are protected. You're protected from a lot of things. So you really don't have to worry so much. And that's your blessing right now, is that you're protected. What you don't see happening coming up for you Geminis is, for some of you, you got a relationship coming. Something real serious is getting ready to happen for some of you. Very serious. If you've been on the fence about what do I do, you're going to get clear. You're going to get very clear. You may not make it known to a lot of people until down the line, not until May. You come out of nowhere. It's like, what the fuck? Oh, okay. But you could be working behind the scenes with something, or creating something, curating something. You could be aligning with someone, but it's going to be a major situation. Whatever this is pretty major, but it's all being done behind the scenes, or you don't even see it coming. You don't even see this coming. Okay. And this is something serious. Whatever this is, you're going to have it for quite some time. Feeling great. Health may be feeling great. You may just feel overall, I feel great. I feel good. I feel great. You feel like you're very successful. Or life just feels good. You may be looking back at a time when it's like, I remember when I was in this state in life. Now I'm in such a better place. So you're feeling really good. And I love that for you, Gems, because you're coming from a place where you wasn't feeling the best. Your finances may not have been the best. You may have had a problematic person in your life. And although if you have a problematic person, or you've left one behind, yes, you do think of them. Of course, you think of them. I see you thinking of them right now, but it had to be done. And in time, I do feel like you're going to understand that you're going to gain peace with whatever fell on the wayside, because it's something that either you had to disconnect from or disconnected from you. But it actually is the best thing. And I think you're starting to see that when you sit back and you think to yourself, changing some behaviors, letting something or someone go was kind of the best thing that you could do for yourself. Now, you may be disconnecting from people. May not be in the mood. I don't see you really being in the mood right now. And that's okay, because I do feel people around you are pretty understanding, but also they're doing their own thing too. So everybody's kind of independent. You may be, hopefully nobody's down, because I said you feel really good. So hopefully you're not going to be feeling a bit down or out of it. Try not to get into a state of depression. But I just feel like this is you not being in the mood. Sometimes it happens. We all have those days. And I feel like you're going to have days of just not being in the mood. You can also find people to be a little bit jarring, a little bit controlling, a little bit less open to conforming, meeting you halfway. It's kind of like this is how they're doing what they're doing, and that's it. So some of you Geminis just may be tired of always having to appease people. People don't really understand how much Geminis appease them. Workplace, you're approaching it in a great way. I do feel for some of you, either there's a new opportunity at work, or you're approaching it in a new, fresh kind of way. There could be new things that you're doing at work, and you're really excited about that. But there will be a slowdown at work. So it gets really quiet. It gets really slow. You may notice that people are not communicating as much. It's not a lot of movement. So kind of expect it to be a bit of a slow period for you, Gems, coming up at the workplace. Now, your job is trying to make a decision about, they're going to be changing some things. So do get prepared for that. There's some things that they've been hiding. They've been waiting to kind of implement. I'm getting implementation. So they're going to implement some things, and they've been hiding it, and they're not so sure who all will be aware of it or not. I feel like some of you work at a place where it's very tier orientated, and it depends on, whether you'll be up next or you're not. It's not like a fair place to work where everyone learns or everyone grows. It's kind of like they cherry pick who they're going to do what, and they're trying to decide if it's going to be you or not. Do expect them, though. You may feel a bit like slow down. They may come across a little bit less caring toward you. Less caring, and they may even come across disconnected from you, like not communicating. You may find people a bit moody at the workplace, that sort of thing. Still be, who you are as a Gemini, who you always are. You don't let these things really bother you, because I just feel like it's people just going through whatever they're going through. Okay, that's what I have for Gems. Now let's get Cancer. Cancers, I have no idea. Wait a minute. You're stressed out. And this may be love related. We're not focusing on love right now. So for some of you, that may be what's distracting you, or an argument, a fight, a disconnect with someone. Because I do see a stress and something is on your mind pretty heavily. Either you had to expose someone, tell the truth. I mean, Saturn is in Pisces, so that's happening. Tell the truth. You've now learned the truth, and you've done something about it. But it may be on your mind. You're thinking about it quite a bit. You feel overwhelmed. You may just feel like there's a lot of pressure on you. You feel overwhelmed. There's a lot to do. But there's definitely going to be successes. People are seeing you're showing up, and you're looking really good in people's eyes. Put it that way. You're looking really good in people's eyes. So even if you feel like I'm going crazy internally, to people, you're showing up just fine. And for whatever reason, right now, the energy is working in your favor. So I guess because we're in Capricorn, got all this Capricorn, and you are Cancer. So the energies is working in your favor, and people are noticing you. But again, for all the right reasons. You're moving on. So don't be alarmed that you are in your head, because you're going to quickly move on from that, because you have so many great things going on. And you don't be surprised that you see so many people from your past. You have so many people want to reach out to you, want to connect with you, want to spend time with you, want to hang out with you, want. You could definitely have exes wanting to come back around, just check up on you. People are going to want to spend time with you, Cancers. I don't know if you've realized that. You could also notice and realize that there's like your children, young people are getting along. You can notice that there's a lot of loving things to be grateful for, things to be, thankful for. Around you. If you pay attention, you may notice a lot of love and giving and caringness around you. Now, at the workplace, it's busy as hell. You're busy and you're up for it. If you've been at the workplace tackling that work, getting things done, again, people have been watching you and they like what they see. So do expect, and this is, it's a general, so you have to take it with a grain of salt, right? But I wouldn't be surprised for some of you Cancers to get out there and literally shoot up in your career, right? You become the manager, you become the supervisor, you become the head, you become the director, you become a VP, something like that. You have the propensity to definitely do that. So yeah, bust open the doors if the doors seem like they're solid shut, but that shit open, because yes, it's waiting for you. It's destined for you. It's supposed to be there for you. You're supposed to be in those spaces. So if any of you are having imposter syndrome, then work yourself out of that, because it's time. 2024 Cancer is the time for you to say, it's my time. I'm going after it. You don't have to let me in. I'm going to force my way in. I'm going after everything I want. It's your time, Cancers. It is. Your job loves you. You're one of them. You're part of the family. They love you. But I do feel like either there is an ill-fated female at the workplace that's very problematic, or they're trying to lowball you. Yes, they love you. Yes, you're part of it. Yay. But when it comes to the money, it's a problem. Some of you, your company is struggling. They don't manage money properly, so they're going to be having some financial issues. That's for some of you, but they have plans for you, and that's to go nowhere. They don't want you to go anywhere. So, and for some of you Cancers, you're going to have to make that hard decision of getting the hell up out of here. Okay, because for all that you do, you want to be compensated. And I do see a company who's not wanting to do that, but they're good at this. We're family, we're a team. No, we're money. Where's the money? That's why I'm here. That's why I have Cancers. Now let's look at Leo. Okay, so Leo, what was I going to say? Some of you, your car you may purchase a car. You can fix your car. You may have some blessings with car travel. It's a good time to travel. Take a short distance trip or travel. If you're planning to do that, it may be a great time for a lot of you. Definitely a great time to look into car buying. I'm not here telling you to buy a car, but look into car buying. You may find it to be a bit of a blessing for you right now. Excuse me. Virgo, Libra is in your third house. We're in Capricorn. Yeah. So, sorry guys. Sometimes I'm just trying to think of the transits, what's going on with the transit. So I definitely see opportunities to travel, work on your car, fix your car, purchase a car. You may feel very victorious, or that will soon be coming for you. And with your plans, again, trips, travel. I'm seeing this, trips and travel, and that's going to help you. So even if some of you just like, I don't have a trip or travel to take, maybe go out and walk, take a trip, take a travel, just drive around, walk around, get out. It's saying for you to get up and get out. Why is it saying get up and get out? Because you've been in this stage for too long, babes. You've been in this stage for too long, Leos. Some of you just have been lethargic, out of it, not eating right, just kind of like a couch potato, but you really want to get out. You really want to get out. So it's saying get out. It's great to get out. People would love to see you. You have people out there that miss you, want to see you, want to spend time with you, been thinking of you. So if there's anyone you've been thinking about, this because they're thinking of you. And I'm sorry, there's people that you miss. You want to see, you've been thinking of. Sorry, Leo. This is you. You actually want to see people, spend time with them, and that sort of thing. So get out, call them. You're going to get a yes, or you're going to get a no. And it's a very true, honest yes, honest no. Whether or not you want to go hang out and see somebody and spend some time with them. Now, you will have someone in your life coming up that is a bit of a problem. Some of you may be having a little bit of money woes. Some of you may have hit that purse a little too hard, and now you have to do some reconciling your finances. Some of you definitely want to look at your finances and see if there's money that's being taken from you. But definitely, there seems to be a problematic person financially, someone who is not the most loyal, that's not very committed, could be problematic, could be very self-focused, self-interested, all about money, that sort of thing, not the most practical person. And some of you may need to be conscious of your finances. Now, at the workplace, you're looking good. Some of you may be having your eye on a particular project or opportunity at the workplace, and that's kind of what you want. You also may be expecting them to give it to you. The challenge is that may not be, like, you may not be seeing things clearly. Okay. So you may be not seeing things for what they are. Also pay attention to your dreams, because your dreams are going to show you a lot here. I do feel it's kind of strange because, and some of you are just getting work done. You're out here, you're getting the work done, but you may not be checking your work. So you may look back and say, damn, I have to fix that. Or damn, that came back to bite me, that sort of thing at the workplace. And I feel like when it comes to your job, they like you, even if they're not acting that way. I do feel like they like you, or they like the way that you interact. They like your style as at the workplace. The challenge could be, it may not be consistent. They don't want to reciprocate, or they would like for you to be. Maybe you're not as, nice and inviting or welcoming, which Leos typically are, but you may not be, and that's what they struggle with. Or you may be, and they don't want to reciprocate, is what it looks like to me. Yeah. Some of you are definitely leaving things behind. And I feel like with your job, they could be offering you something. So you may, again, have a project coming up for you, something like that. Or if you work commissions, a way to make extra money, there may be a way for you to make some extra money at the workplace, that sort of thing. So do expect something coming your way. Something else coming your way at the workplace. That's what I have for Leos. Now let's get Virgo. Well, Virgos, waiting on a situation and then giving it the time necessary, right? Approaching it a certain way, then waiting, giving it some time, and then letting it go, or saying, forget it, I'm done, is a blessing for you. Once you've waited and you've approached the situation the proper way, then walking away and letting it go is going to be a blessing for you. It may take you some time, so be careful and be ginger with yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself, but you're taking the right steps. Okay, you're approaching it the right way, and you're taking the right steps, and you're doing the right things the proper way. So for you, it's going to be a blessing down the line. There's definitely going to be a lot of work that's going to come out of nowhere. But also in work, and as you're working or as you're moving around and you're noticing things that you never noticed before, you're seeing things that you never seen before, you really can find some shit out right now. And you may be deciding, do I expose it? Do I not? Do I keep my mouth shut? Because you're going to be finding things out unintentionally. And if you're looking for it, you're going to find it, baby. You're finding it. Because I do see a lot of looking for shit. I see a lot of, nah, because I know I got to find out. You're going to find out. Your heart is full of love for someone who you're not communicating with. But we're not doing a love reading. This is all general. Definitely trying to find yourself disconnecting from this situation, but also drawn to it at the same time. So you may be telling people, no, I'm done. I'm not here. But then you're lurking behind the scenes, right? Keyboard thugging and that type of thing, that type of thing. So for some of you, you're trying to get out of your head, and it's be a good thing for you to focus on hobbies, things that really draws you in, for you to kind of disconnect from the world. You may be doing that and finding hobbies and alternative things that really kind of that you can be immersed in, because I do see you being disconnected from people. You're going to feel disconnected from people and making a decision to say, fuck it. I don't care anymore. And you're saying you don't care. People around you are acting like they don't care, or they're waiting and seeing they're having to wait. Maybe they're waiting on you and you're like, I don't care. So there's definitely a disconnect happening here. But not at the workplace. Workplace looks really good for some of you. Either you really like the place that you work at. It's a nice new beginning, but there may be some things that you have yet to really address, air out. And some of you, to be honest, you're thinking, yeah, it's nice. Yeah, but I want to leave. I don't want to stay here. It's something like that going on. Some truths that hasn't yet to be really spoken, or there has yet to be any actions based upon a truth that was spoken. Some of you may have, expressed the truth or someone to you, and it hasn't been the same. It's just something about the workplace for me with Virgos. It's not feeling like your cards is looking good, but something I'm feeling is not feeling 100%. And it's not being said, or it's not being dealt with. Your job thinks you're amazing. They really do. They think you're a rock star. Every time you come, whatever you do it with excellence, that sort of thing. The challenge could be that you could be going through some personal stuff, and they know your personal stuff, so that may be the challenge. Your challenge could also be moving past whatever the issue was, because whatever the problem was at work, that's some residual stuff there too. But they want you to get back to a happy place, a happy family, workplace environment. That's kind of environment. So they want you for the long haul. So I have Virgos. Now let's look at Libra. So, Libras, moving in silence would be the best thing for you to do. Moving in silence, no gossiping, really taking a step back from group activities and probably taking some time just to yourself is not a bad thing. Some of you you have a lot of things on your mind. You're trying to figure it all out. And taking time before you bust a move, before you decide to leave something, go anywhere is the best thing for you, is a blessing for you. Definitely expect sweet nothings, apologies, let's start again, will you forgive me, whether it's coming from you or them, can I help you, I would love to, yes, that sort of thing coming up for you, because people really find you to be quite a catch, an amazing person, an exceptional individual. And you as someone who is going to be able to have, now is a great time to have a conversation with someone, talk, get things up and get things out, because there's going to be a lot of truths that's being told. I don't know how it's going to come across to people, but the truths will be spoken at this time, and you just want peace. So there's a great opportunity. Libras, to reconcile, to, revitalize a situation, to get things back on track, and to try to see if it can happen, or if it can get back really on track. I feel like for some of you, if this had anything to do with third party, outside people, that sort of thing, and now you're trying to figure out, what do I do about the information I have now, or what do I do overall? Again, taking time and moving in silence at the same time. So not sharing what's happening, what your decision is going to be, because you don't know right now. You don't know right now. And there's a lot of moving parts with this situation. It's not that black and white. So do expect to be having a conversation coming up with someone regarding the concerns that you have. They will be standoffish. And, I have to say, Libras, this person is going to take some time to come around to a real place. They may kind of take it as a game, as a joke. You may have someone who likes to indulge and isn't the most disciplined, but they will come back around. So if they're trying to get back into your good graces, they do it in roundabout ways. It may not be having a serious conversation. It may be in other ways, and that's how they show their love language, that sort of thing. Well, I don't know why I'm getting into love, because I'm not even doing a love reading, but your cards are screaming love. Walking away from a workplace is what you kind of want to do. You want to leave this place, but there's no place else. There's no other place. So it's like, I'm fucking stuck here, even though I don't want to be here. But there's nothing else that may be worth you leaving. Your job, this is a toxic place. Whether they see you as toxic, like it's a burden because there's some issues with you and another person or a group, something like that. And so you may be getting passed up, Libra. Listen, getting passed up for things that should go to you. Opportunities that you should be having, you are passed up because either there's somebody there that doesn't like you that makes decisions, or there's some negative energy around you and another, or you and others that make decisions. And so that is the issue, which is pretty unfair. And I do feel like there may be a discussion about, you being treated fairly, or you getting what you deserve. And it's karmically set up that way. So if this job is doing you wrong, they're going to pay karmically. Unfortunately, maybe for some of you, they may actually have to physically pay you, but pay attention, Libras, because you may have a case, or you may have a claim against these people, because it just looks like to me you're not being treated the most fairly, and it's some politics at the workplace. That's what I have for Libras. Now let's look at Scorpio. Scorpio, hear me now. Okay. And this is a message for those of you who are singularly employed. So you just have a job, you work a job, that's it. This is just a separate message for you guys before I get into the full general. You need to get a business. You need to start a business. You need to get a business. And from my understanding, it's good to do a business from now until April, because April and after is when a lot of the planet starts to go retrograde. So now until April is a great time to start things, to put things out, to implement things. But you would have to check with your astrologer to find out the best time frame for yourself. That being said, taking a step back, sacrificing some shit, okay? Seeing things differently. What would happen if you started that channel? If you went down to the license office and find out, what does it take to start a business, this kind of business? What would it take for me to get that done? Looking into it, what would happen? Okay, success, more than what you expect. Success. Okay. Why? Because right now you're feeling I love that you're coming out of a place of stress, anxiety, worry, feeling stuck, trapped, imprisoned, like you're basically kind of being haunted, right? And you're coming into a place where you know your truth, you know yourself, you know your truth, you know what you're capable of. And for some of you, you may have gotten, okay, we don't want you anymore, or that sort of thing. So it could be like something in your life is changing, or you're realizing that something in your life kind of needs to change. And the great thing about it is that you're going to be really moving away from that mental place where you're really stressing yourself and overthinking and negative self-talk. So that looks really good. That being said, you're going to kind of find yourself getting up and getting out there, getting up and out. So this could be you circling back around to check up on, follow up on with people, that sort of thing. Don't expect them to be as receptive to you. You may be gun-ho and feeling really great, like, yeah, I'm ready to get out here. I'm ready to do it. Yeah. And then people are like, well, now you're going to be on the sidelines waiting around trying to figure out. And that's the best thing you could do. Just wait. That's your blessing, to wait, because the opportunity is destined for you. The blessing and the outcome is destined. So it's no time to rush anything. It's no time to get frustrated. And damn sure ain't no time for you to be stressing yourself out, because there's no reason for you to do that, because things are going to work out very well. It just will take time, because right now you're in a destined time right now. So you really can't control things. Workplace. You feel like, okay, I make good money here. I make good money, and it's worth it. There could be somebody at work that is your focus, and whether you work with the person, you work under them, that sort of thing. But you feel like work is work, and you like it. Some of you really like this job. It may be a brand new job. You see the possibilities of what it could be, or you're approaching it as a new opportunity and seeing what the possibilities can be. Because for some of you Scorpios, you really can make money where you work at. There's money to be made here. There's money to be had. And the challenge may be you're not up for it, though. You're not up for it. Some of you, this could be some flirting at the workplace, and you may feel like somebody's flirting with you. You don't know how to handle it, that sort of thing. So something about the workplace, someone in the work environment may make you feel uncomfortable, or someone may not be cutting their weight, or you know what I'm trying to say. My words is all over the place. And I do feel like with your job, Scorpio, they're lowballing you. Big time. I don't feel like they may not feel like you're part of the family. There could have been some drama. People feeling, this job could come to an end, Scorpio, but you're protected. So like I was telling, I think Virgo, somebody I was telling that you don't need to stress and worry about whether or not you'll have the job because they're protected. You're fine. You're going to be just fine. So don't worry about if they're thinking about letting you go. This is not working out. Shit, you already know that. You know that. You don't need them to tell you that. Even though they may like you as a person, they may find you to be very nice and sweet, especially if you're a Scorpio man. But they may not feel like it's the right fit. Something about the connection between you and them could be a bit challenging. I don't know if they're telling you that or not. And also for some of you Scorpios, this environment is not your fault. It has nothing to do with you. It could very well speak to the company and not doing well physically. So their finances, their revenue may not be the greatest. And now they have to decide, who do we make changes and how? You could be one of those people. No, I don't see them getting rid of you, Scorpio. So they're not getting rid of you, but you are going to work even harder because they may be downsizing and letting some people go, or people are leaving. They're not rehiring. A lot of companies are doing that too. I'm saying that people are leaving. They're not rehiring. And as a result, obviously everybody's taking on extra work. So there's that. That's what I have for Scorpios. Now let's get Sagittarius. Okay, so Sagittarius, for some of you, definitely you may feel, if you're feeling disconnected, detached, like I just don't have the energy, I don't have the drive, I don't have the wanting, the desire. All I want to do is just sit and exist and do nothing. Surprisingly, that's going to be your blessing. Why? Because right now you're in a period where the energy around you may be stagnant, or and this is a lot of signs. I'm saying this for just about every sign. I'm surprised you didn't get the Ace of Swords. Everybody got the Ace of Swords. But this is a sense of you. It's a blessing to you because it's not time for you to do anything right now. Anyway, it's time for you to kind of be still. Okay, it's time for you to be still. Yeah, it's time for you to be still right now. Okay, you're in a waiting phase and a waiting era, if you will, in your life right now. So don't be too hard on yourself if you feel like Don't be too hard on yourself, Sagittarius, if you feel like you're not doing enough. Because out of the blue, you're going to have a lot to do. Life just may start to feel overwhelming. It's a lot on my plate. It's a lot to do. And you know, you're Sagittarius, so it's a lot to do. Some of you are disconnecting or will be disconnecting from love. You might be focusing more on you, yourself, your finances, what you need to do. And that's going to be very important because financially, some of you may have to reconcile. You may have someone that you have to help care for, because I see someone that's not in the best place. So you could be trying to help someone, or you may need help. You may need more finances, that sort of thing here. Okay. And that's kind of coming up for you. I do see a slowdown in income, not necessarily a slowdown, but if it depends on if you have a commission-based business, that sort of thing. If you have a business or you work commissions, you may find that it's a slowdown. And you are thinking about money. When is your money coming in? What's the next thing I should do to make money? That sort of thing. And again, like I told you, remember that waiting, don't worry, don't overstress yourself. And I don't really see stress. I don't see stress. I do see feeling like you just overwrought to some extent, but you're still giving it a good go and you're still keeping everything going. You do have support out and around you. People will be very supportive of you. So use that. This is a good time to make phone calls and reach out to people. I'm not saying everything you do will be met successfully, but people are receptive in a really great sort of way. So kind of, use that for your benefit. Now, workplace. Some of you may be starting something new or just kind of approaching the your work environment in a new way. Like, yeah, I'm up, I'm ready to get this started. But at the same time, you don't want to be there. So it's like you may have that great optimistic mindset that Sagittarius are known for, but then dealing with certain people at the workplace, dealing with the situation, going to work, whatever, just logging in. It's like, it's taking everything out of me. Or someone could be pissing you off at work. So it could be a number of things where you're just not up for it and you yourself is challenged at this in work environment. I do feel, Sagittarius, that someone at the workplace doesn't really like you. It's kind of like I was saying the same thing about Libra. You guys have the same energy. There's this issue with you or a couple of people, and there has been some drama. Whether you know it or not. I don't know if you guys know that there's been some talks about you or there's been some drama around you. But there's been some drama. And I feel like with your job, a part of them kind of wants to get away from you. They may not want to continue to keep this going, but they have not said anything as of late. It's going to get toxic, guys. And it could just be, I'm working my ass off. Like, you may be working a lot, but I don't feel like you're being paid. Something about it is just toxic. And that's where this is coming from. Like, I can't keep doing this because something about it may be a bit toxic. Hopefully it's just really working hard. But I feel for you, it's going to be, the Sagittarius men is going to put their foot down. Sagittarius women is going to take a long... Sagittarius women, some of you, this has nothing to do with work. This has everything to do with a man. And trying to temper yourself. I'm not. Yeah. So if it's not about a man, there's some of you definitely are thinking long, hard, far and wide, because you want to be at a high pinnacle financially. So that's what you're kind of looking at: how, when, what, where, and why. And some of you Sagittarius men, this is actually going to bode well for you. All that time, energy, and effort that you're putting in at the workplace, even if it's toxic, it's somehow going to work in your favor. And ladies, I feel like you're going to learn how to manage the toxicity better. I love that for you, Sagittarius. Look at you growing and elevating shit. This raggedy job. Yeah, but I do see that. So that's good for Sagittarius. You're going to manage it properly, better. And hold on, y'all. This man is heavy on your mind. I don't know who the hell this man is. He's thinking about you heavy. I get an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, or I'm here, Sagittarius. That came out of nowhere. Oh, finally you have the Ace of Swords. We're coming off for you. I'm doing 4 minutes every sign. And so some of you are getting clarity. You're going to get clarity. So don't worry about that. But yeah, I do like the fact that you guys are seeing situations for what they are, and you're managing the toxicity around you a whole lot better. great thing and great job, Sagittarius. Now look at Capricorn. Whoever said that a heartbreak is a blessing, but for some of you Geminis, it is. Disconnecting, breaking up, walking away, ending a situation. Usually this can sometimes mean temporary, but an ending of a situation is a blessing, or it will be a blessing in the future. For some of you, you haven't even experienced this energy just yet. There's a woman that will either give you an opportunity. Some of you Capricorns, an opportunity is going to come from this woman. Money can come from this woman. A new beginning also comes from this woman. A different perspective. She could just be a help to you overall, I get, when it comes to this woman. So do expect a fire sign. It could be any sign, but she kind of gives off fiery energy and she will come to your aid. And when I say aid, it could be financial aid, but also it could be ideas. Like this woman is coming up with a great money-making idea for you. Some type of opportunity could be coming your way off of the strength of a woman. You letting go, taking a step back, and kind of just letting things happen. You're getting involved again. I definitely see that there's going to be coming together. Dates, hanging out, spending time with people, getting together. Some of you may, if you do service-based business, you may see an uptick in that. And I mean an uptick, especially if you do like OnlyFans, if you work in a strip club, you do anything where you sell yourself sexually, you're going to find that January is it should be an off the charts month for you. Off charts, because people have it and they're willing to spend it on you. You're coming across like a true fucking Capricorn right now. Nothing to play with. Yes, you are controlling. You're intimidating to people. Their minds and souls may be telling them, stay away, that sort of thing. And I do feel like you're attracting, or people around you are happy, wanting to spend time with you, wanting to get together with you. You may not necessarily be up for it, but if you go out, if you just get up and say, I'm going to go, I'm going to do, you will be surprised. It's going to be stories to be told. You're going to have stories to be told. I see date nights. I see a lot of dating, going out, probably having sex for the first time, really engaging and enjoying a person. It's going to be very obvious how they feel about you. This is not a love reading. I'm only doing career, but it wants to speak to love. If any of you are looking for a job and a work opportunity, they won't be able to deny you. So I guess congratulations. I'm not looking at that either. But your cards are showing very clear focus that people around you, they want you. And it's very obvious that they want you. Like if you just look all around you, you can just tell, yeah, they want me. Oh, I see what's going on there. Yeah, I can get this from them. And yeah, people are ready. You do have influence and control over people right now, Capricorns. You feel like this workplace is just too much work, or too much work. You may feel like it's a burden. It's too much. You may have to move jobs or move locations, something like that. And for some of you, the challenge is communicating that, articulating what's going on, what you don't like, and how you see things. You may be wanting to kind of like not rock the boat, but it's showing problems here. You may have to say something. And your job, honestly, they think extremely highly of you. The challenge is, do they give you a raise? Do they give you a promotion? Can they promote you higher? Is there a higher place for you to go? That may be a bit of a challenge for you. So it's either, can we move Capricorn up? Do we have the capacity to do that? Or do we want to do that? Are we capable of it? And it may come down to money. And it seems like they will. And it will come out of the blue. Like they will want to promote you and bring you in. Yeah. But they may go against your moral compass, or they may go against something that you truly believe in. And that may be the catalyst that you walk away in some kind of way. For some of you. Because I definitely see opportunities for you to leave this place and go someplace else that's more successful. If you want to, you don't have to have an allegiance to this place. You can leave. So that's what I have for Caps now. So I got Aquarius. Well, you guys do know that this whole recession is just a reset, right? But every recession is a reset. Oh, okay. Aquarius. So, as far as you guys are concerned, family, your happiness, your overall happiness and being in those very fulfilling and happy moments, creating that for yourself, acknowledging that about yourself is a blessing for you. There's a woman, like I think I told, I don't know, remember who at this point, that's going to come in and be a blessing to you. Whether it is Capricorn, I said the same thing for Capricorn, whether it is a money-making idea offering you something. Some of you definitely can get a job out of the blue right now or another opportunity. Someone even could propose a money-making idea or proposition you in some kind of way. You're feeling pretty lethargic. You have love on your mind, family on your mind, children on your mind, past people on your mind. You also can get a job from the past. Here, you have great energy for you, Aquarius, and you're going to be very clear. Every single sign, I believe every single sign has gotten the Ace of Swords. So this is a time of reflection, but also getting clear. Everybody's going to start getting clear. And because they're getting clear, they're going to make these finite decisions, right? And that makes sense because Pluto, I believe, is either in your sign or heading to your sign in a week or two. So people are going to start to get very clear about what they're doing. And it's going to be a blessing for you. Like I told another sign, you may be working behind the scenes and not telling anyone anything. And then you're going to break out of nowhere with something. I think I told Gemini that. Then you may be breaking out of nowhere with something, or some of you can do that. Like you may just come on the scene and turn viral out of nowhere. Something like that is very possible for you Aquariuses. If only you would just kind of take a gamble on yourself. You definitely could come across a bit challenging, a little irritable, kind of wanting, necessarily ready to look at the problems and let's tear it down and let's address it and let's go there. Some of you are actually wanting to do that. You will find that the people around you are very practical, very realistic, down to earth. These are the kind of people that you want to talk to. You want to talk to the people that are money-making people, numbers people, practical people, people that is going to approach things in a very healthy sort of way. And some of you definitely have that around you. So this could be a good time for you to start something. You have these aces here. You're getting very clear about things. There's opportunities for you to start something that has long-term potential attached to it. So all you have to do is kind of like go with the flow. Let it just happen. Let it be what it's going to be. Now the workplace, some of you Aquarius is headed to something very long term. So you're getting married, you're still in a deal in some kind of way, or you're headed that way. You don't know it just yet. You feel it or you sense it, and then it's going to happen. Or you're disconnecting from a long term relationship. Now, you are getting things done at work. You take care of your business. You do what you need to do. You hide when you need to hide. You know how to work your job at your job. This is for employee Aquariuses. But the challenge is you and people at the workplace know not to play with you. That you know your stuff. You have your stuff set up a certain kind of way. Don't come over here. Don't give me no problems, and you won't get any problems. The problem is that you want change. You don't either know how to affect change. You don't know how to get this change. For some of you, you want to leave. You want to switch it up. You want something to change. Again, don't know how to change. Not really ready to leave this place. That sort of thing. Because I think they kind of respect your boundaries and who you are. Yeah, they do. They really do like the partnership that the two of you have, your job. And the challenge is definitely probably getting through to you sometimes. You acquiescing and kind of doing it their way, or getting through to you could be a challenge. Maybe at times when things are a little bit either miscommunication or things aren't necessarily going according to plan, they may find it a little tricky to approach you, communicate with you, that sort of thing. So communication may be their biggest issue with you. That's what I have for Capricorns. Aquarius, now Pisces. Well, Pisces, if any of you are planning on traveling If you feel like you have been kind of out of it, not feeling the best, feeling lethargic and just numb and kind of like not up for anything, you're not alone. It's a lot of signs that's feeling the same way. It's just, I think it's the transits, because every sign has some form of that, or a lot of signs have that disconnect that's happening right now. And for some of you, that may come out of the blue where you're just not up for it. You're feeling a little bit down, a little bit depressed. You want to veg out and kind of like watch shows and eat. That's kind of maybe all you want to do, or just disconnect. Get out, take a drive, because you're going to feel so much better when you do that. For some of you, you may have some good car news. You may be able to repair your car, buy a car, again, take a trip or travel. If you're planning on doing that, you may find some successes with it and find it to be a bit of a blessing. And getting up and getting in your car, you may find that you just feel better when you get up and you take a drive or you take a stroll and you get out of your house, get out of your routine is my point. You're feeling amazing. Internally, I feel like you feel amazing. I feel internally you're definitely becoming more one with yourself. And you're getting back into your spiritual place, and you feel powerful when you do that. So whatever is getting you there, perhaps that needs to become more of your routine. Okay. And also, I do feel like there's a huge sense of optimism that kind of like surrounds you, even if you're not feeling up for it. Like, and even if you're having challenges in whatever area of your life, there's a sense internally that you know everything is going to be okay. You're headed toward love. Love is coming for you. You're headed toward love. You know, Pisces, you're seeing things very real and very clear. And the truth of whatever is going on could be a bit somber and could be sobering for some of you Pisces out there. But you're headed toward either an opportunity, an offer, because this doesn't have to just be love. It could be an opportunity, an offer comes your way, but definitely an opportunity to renew, okay, in some sort. Motherhood, a mother could be on your mind, and do pay attention to your dreams, because you may dream a lot. There can even be some nightmares, unfortunately, for some of you. But I do feel through it, and hopefully you do remember your dreams, because it does give you some insights on things. People around you do expect a lot of communication. Again, there can be communications about trips, travel. Are you coming? Will you come? I need you to come right now. Come out of the blue. Like, you need to go earlier than you thought, later than you thought. Or you thought you were going later. Now it comes out of the blue. You got to go now. So there could be some things, communications coming out of the blue, and it's kind of going to require something of you, is what it looks like to me. This is the thing. Your work environment. Some of you are tackling things at work. You may be getting down to the bottom of the crux of the situation, whether it's like, I really have to get some things cleared on my desk, or there's some drama at work. You want to clear some things up. You may be assuming things are kind of cleared up. This place may be a lot of aggravation for nothing. It may feel like it's just a lot. Like it's just, it takes a lot for you to have to do this job, get the job done, or just be there. You may find that it's a lot of conflict with you and others at the workplace, but not like conflict that you may not see, if that makes sense. It's just like a little drama, a little tension. Yeah, it's a little tension. It may just be very apparent tension, but for some of you at the workplace, it may not be as loud. You may just be like people, if you know that there's some drama, some tensions at the workplace with you and other people. Now, your job, it might be thinking about letting you go, Pisces. You're the only sign that I have read for. I think it was another sign, Libra, I think. But they may be thinking about letting you go. This just may be what's supposed to happen. And do know if it's supposed to happen, I'm here to tell you right now, if you get let go from this job, it's in your higher good, because your victory and your destiny is somewhere else. So let go and let God. And I do feel like you guys are in that place where you're doing just that. You're letting go and let God, because it's going to get pretty toxic here. It's going to become toxic. So some of you, if you are in a work environment that's pretty toxic, and it's like, well, it's been kind of cool lately, it may get back toxic again. Okay. You would do great with your own business. You're going to shut down from these people if they start being toxic, and you're going to get dent on your computer and start looking for opportunities. I don't blame you. Opportunities that are out there. Again, I see a disconnect from this job, Pisces. So do prepare for it. If you sense it, like, yeah, I think I'm gonna get fired, or I need to leave this job. Really start looking. I keep getting trying something new. That's what I keep getting. Trying something new, like starting a business of your own. Put your face on the internet. Something like that where you can make money on your own. You know, that sort of thing. That's what I have for you, Tauruses. Some of you could be dealing with a Taurus. And if you are, I don't know what I want to say about that. They need your love, especially if you're a Pisces woman and you're dealing with a Taurus man. That man really does depend upon the love that you have to offer. But some of you definitely can do something on your own. You don't have to just work this job. You don't have to be stressed out, pigeonholing yourself. And I think a lot of Pisces is starting to realize that, right? Realizing it during this Saturn transit that you have going on, that you've got to do something else because you're meant to do something else. You're meant to do something else. And it could be, well, you know, I worked my way up. Like I kept my job, but then I started a business and then my business became successful and I eventually left. You don't have to just, you know, throw the baby out with the bathwater. But you Pisces are definitely going to start to realize, and you may have realized it ever since last year of November, like I can't. So yeah, I see an ending coming, but it's going to be best for you. Yeah, it can produce some stresses. That's natural, right? We all have responsibility, but down the line, it will be the best thing for you. That's what I have for you guys. Hopefully it's been helpful. Check me back on the next one. Take care, guys.